everyone, and welcome back to my video blog on being an adult. On this episode, I wanted to talk to you guys about eating like an adult. I mostly bring this up because I've had the realization that I have a fast metabolism and I don't eat very healthy very much. I usually let sweets kind of dominate my life and snacks and stuff, so I thought it might be good to refresh myself and refresh all of us on the healthy eating habits that we should have as we go into adulthood and how setting up those habits early can really be beneficial to us throughout our lives. So I first wanted to start with drinking water. My mom has always told me since I can't even remember how old I was that drinking water is very important because it keeps you hydrated and it cleans out those viruses and that bacteria that gets in your system and makes you sick. So it bumps up your immune system, it keeps your skin nice and moist, it just does a lot of really good things to, for drinking water. Now, if you're someone like me who kind of hates water, hates the taste because it has no taste, then fortunately, they make flavor packets that you can add. If you're feeling like a little fruitier taste, maybe some pink lemonade, something like that, for a small portion of sugar added, you can consume as much water as you'd like and have it taste just like lemonade. And I guess overall, that's probably better than drinking no water, so can't really complain too much. I do have a really close friend of mine. He drinks strictly water. He will not touch pop or caffeine of any kind, and I think that is really admirable. Personally, I could never do that. I love my Coke and my chai lattes way too much, but I always really enjoy the example he sets for me because when I'm with him, I usually only drink water too. Now, another cool thing that I thought I would bring up with eating is sweets. What? Sweets? But we're talking about eating healthy. That's right, we are, because sweets can be used as a reward system. This will also help you kind of cut down on how many sweets you eat because you're only going to feel productive, figure maybe really one day a week. And if you use this sweet reward system on that day you're feeling most productive, then you only end up eating sweets really 4 days a month. And that is just pure genius. I wish I would have thought of this sooner. But I had an exam for my psych class last semester that I was trying to study for, and I just wasn't really grasping the material. I was struggling with my flashcards, and just wasn't really doing the full potential I thought I would do in that class until I set out all of my flashcards on a desk, and I put a Skittle on top of each flashcard that had a term or some piece of material on it. Now, if I got the question right, then I got to eat that Skittle and move on to the next one. But if I did get the question wrong, then I had to sorrowfully put down the flashcard and put the Skittle back and just kind of let it haunt me for pretty much until I got to eat it. So we can all, I'm sure, testify to sweets being very much a motivator. And at times we can utilize that to our own advantage. I know that when I have a few long things on my to-do list, maybe finishing a couple assignments and setting up some doctor's appointments, it's really helpful for me mentally to say, okay, once I get through this entire to-do list, I can have a candy bar. And then, sure enough, that whole to-do list disappears within a day, and I'm able to get that candy bar that I want. So maybe it's not always the healthiest, but overall, it does kind of keep you up on your time management and stuff, getting things done. Another way that ties into time management is using that to prepare meals for yourself. Now, if you're a busy college student, I'm sure that your time is very, very valuable, or even as a parent or any type of adult, really, time is very valuable to you. And if you're someone like me who works probably too much, you don't always have time to grab all 3 meals. Maybe you only have time to snack on a bag of cookies, unfortunately, in the break room, or chug down some Mountain Dew just in time to get in the car to go to job 2 or 3 maybe even. So preparing those ahead of time is a really good idea because it lets you have that time to think of something that you would want to eat, and hopefully that meal will include a few healthy pieces. If it's not veggies, then maybe you can add a side so that you're kind of taking everything from the food group, but then you can set that meal in a little container for yourself. You can bring it to work because regardless if you're eating veggies or pulling from all 3 food groups or not, getting all 3 meals in a day is incredibly important for your body. Making sure you have enough energy to continue, because that'll also prevent you from crashing or turning into a grouch or having the sleep deprivation take you by storm. Well, on that note, I'm going to let you guys go, but those are all the tips I have for being an adult with regards to your eating habits. Bye.